Now with some book suggestions that would make for some great last-minute gifts for your favorite readers. Here are the Bookcase hosts, two of our favorite readers, Kate and Charlie Gibson, with their top picks for the people on your list.
We are very flattered that Good Morning America asked us to pick our favorite books as recommendations for Christmas. Each of the authors were interviewed on our podcast, The Bookcase with Kate and Charlie.
And somewhat surprisingly, numbers 1 and 2 on our list were the same.
Number 1 on our list is Time of the Child by Niall Williams. It is the story of a foundling child in the amazing fictional village of Faha.
And the writing in this book is lyrical. Each sentence really is to be savored. Let me just quote the first words of the book. This is what happened in Faha over the Christmas of 1962 in what became known in the parish as the Time of the Child. To those who lived there, Faha was perhaps the last place on earth to expect a miracle.
And of course, what is Christmas but a miracle? So we asked Niall about some of the risks that he took when he wrote the book, and he said, I think the biggest risk that I took was writing about human goodness. It's just a beautiful book that you will love.
The other book that both of us wanted to recommend is a little bit different. This is a book that Kate describes as the perfect book for book nerds.
It is from Ann Patchett, the annotated version of Bel Canto. Bel Canto was written 20 years ago, and in this edition, she goes back and page by page makes notes in the margins about what she thinks she got right and what she thinks she got wrong. And she's hard on herself. Bel Canto, she wrote, one day everything had the saturated quality of a book dropped into a bathtub. And her margin note is, how can a day be like a book dropped in a bathtub?
A metaphor needs to make sense.
Kate, what were your other 2 books?
I am going to go ahead and recommend George Stephanopoulos' The Situation Room. Everybody has nonfiction lovers on their list this year. The other book is Table for Two by Amor Towles, which is, to me, one of the best books of short stories I've ever read. Every story in this book is a jewel.
How about me? Jodi Picoult's book, By Any Other Name. This is a really different book. It is about 2 female writers, one contemporary and one back in Shakespeare's time. Jodi's thesis is that Shakespeare could not have written his plays by himself, that he had to have help, and she has all sorts of evidence for that. So read it as a really good tale, and then read it to see if you buy her thesis. And my other book, Tell Me Everything, by the wonderful Elizabeth Strout. The ending, I think, is perfect. There are so many different relationships, and you wonder how they're going to resolve. That's what novels are. They're wonderful, wonderful stories. I do want to thank you for including me this morning. That has made things nice.
We want to wish everybody
all the blessings of this very special season.
Yeah, and happy reading to one and all.
Oh, love that turn of the hat, right?
Yeah,
That's
so
so
good.
good. All right, thanks to Kate and Charlie. I'm adding those to our list. Now, be sure to check out The Bookcase wherever you listen to your podcast. New episodes air every Thursday.